Director Mr. E, man.
What's going on,
yes, sir.
baby?
Drink never Spielberg. Yeah, man.
Damn me.
Happy belated 2-year anniversary on Triple D Revenge, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. How long it take to make a movie like that, bro? A motion picture, bro.
Officially we did 40 shooting days. We did 40 shooting days, but give or take, it was about a month and a half.
Damn, it feel like something like that take way longer than that. I would imagine that shit taking years or months.
No. Well, you know what, man? Shout out to the cast and crew, man. They really helped me like smash the gas.
Yeah.
And man, they just we kind of pulled together, and I'll be honest, they did a phenomenal job. You know what I mean? Long live Mo3. He did his thing.
Yeah, how do you cast for something like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you have a project that major, how do you cast? First, let's talk about, you know, the actors. How do you cast the actors for something like that?
You know what?
And this is something that you wrote, right?
Yeah,
you wrote this. So, like, when you having this in your mind, you know what I'm saying? How are you thinking about who you want to cast for these parts?
Well, you know what? In the very beginning, I really don't know. Mo3 was really one of the first ones that I said I wanted for sure. In the film, you know what I mean? But I was very picky. We did 2 auditions, one in Dallas, one in Fort Worth. We held auditions actually at one of them at Real Life Street Stars Studio, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
They've been with us the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We held 2 auditions, and basically it was about 200 candidates. And we may have chose 2 people out of the 200 candidates.
That's crazy.
And everybody else was pretty much handpicked. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little picky when it comes to casting. I want to make sure that the cast is really, they really fit the feeling and the aura of the character, the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, they pulled through.
It took me a while to realize that was you in that truck talking to Simon at first. I was like, hold up, that's Mr. E, ain't it?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I seen the crispy edge up and shit. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's Mr. E.
Shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my boy Tyrone.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that's Mr. E right there, man. Yeah, that was a good movie, man. There was a lot of good scenes. You know, I'm not really a movie person, so I had to watch it just to get prepared for this interview, and I was pleasantly surprised that one of the things that really struck me is like, okay, so much Dallas content in that bitch, like damn near every Dallas song in the world. Man, like how like what was your thought process? Like, did you sit there and write down like, damn, I gotta have this song in here, this song, oh I gotta have this song gotta be in here, this song, oh he might send me this song, that song, this song. I think I heard Jazzy Black in the background of one of them. I think I heard the radio in the background. I think. And
man, you know what? We had got a lot of recipients and a lot of people that wanted to be part of the soundtrack. And so the soundtrack was like another one of the things I was picky about, because I wanted to make sure that whatever record was playing, it fit the vibe, the lyrics, really pushed the plot to where that particular scene, the song described perfectly, you know what I mean? So for everybody to make the soundtrack and pull together to do the soundtrack, man, shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was really a big help as far as submitting their records and sending their stems and doing the licensing, that whole process, because it's a long, tedious process. But you know, I'm thankful for the soundtrack. It was definitely majority Dallas, and it's something I'm proud of.
Yeah, that's dope, because shout out Ty Harris. He one of my favorite artists.
Ty Harris.
And Beg and Plead.
He one of mine too.
Yeah, Beg and Plead. I heard it on there, but I heard it recently and I didn't, but this song's, I mean, your movie is 2 years old, so that mean that song been out, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that. So that's what's so dope. Like, you really showed a lot of love to Dallas in there. And I even heard an interview in the background. So was that a real life Street Stars interview that I heard?
I'm not for sure.
They was talking about Sean Cotton and
so that interview was actually Say Cheese. Shout out to Sean Cotton, man. That was actually a Say Cheese interview by C Struggs. I wanted to make sure somehow, some way, I had put C Struggs in there, man. Long live C Struggs. Legendary artist that, you know what I'm saying, that passed. So yeah, I wanted to get C Struggs in there, and it just so happened it was the Sean Cotton interview. So yeah.
Was you shooting videos before you, do movies, or like what's your background with picking up a camera?
Well, to be honest with you, I do have a skill set, but I don't pick up no camera. I do have a team. I have a team. Shout out to my DP, which was Les Gaddis. Man, he did a great job with the shot, solid shooter. Shout out to my associate director, Jamal Notes. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. I don't want to forget nobody, but I had a real solid team and a solid crew, and they were responsible for the look of the film.
Infinite visuals, right?
Infinite visuals, absolutely.
So that, so you more just man, because I mean the directing and writing is hard as well.
Yeah.
So was this your first project of, man, I need to put a movie out? Just you want to do more the directing thing other than, the cinematography part of it?
Yeah, I mean, I see the thing about it is a lot of times I do have to come up with some of the shots, have a vision for it. So push come to shove, if I wanted to pick up a camera, I could. But I got people that are skilled in just cinematography and making sure that the look of the film is right. So I'm grateful for that. And way more often than not, I prefer to just do the director.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I prefer to just do the director. It is indeed a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And especially, after writing it. So
was this your first film, Triple D Revenge, or was this like the first thing that you tried? Like, I'm gonna go all in on this?
So the first film that I did was actually the Triple D movie. I did it in 2014, and Triple D Revenge is part 2 of that.
Okay.
And it was the first film that I actually directed.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm familiar with the Triple D movie. I just haven't watched it. Like I said, I don't even watch TV, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? Somebody that's very, very close to me, been doing film for a long time, and she every time you say that, it remind me. She says she don't watch a lot of films herself, but she been doing it since she was 6 years old, man.
That's crazy.
Shout out Cherry.
Yeah.
Babe Cherry. Yeah, she don't like to watch a whole lot of movies either. And I'll be like wondering, like, man, how that work?
How do you do that? Yeah.
How that work?
Yeah. It seems like an oxymoron, right?
But yeah, because I can't get enough of movies.
Exactly.
I'm not going to even lie. But I do recognize a lot of people don't have the attention span, or they just not in the movies. You know?
Somebody always got to put me onto something, and this is something Triple D Revenge, I always did have like a feeling to watch it though. So I'm glad we had to do this interview, because I always wanted to watch it, but I just never took my time. It's like, you from Dallas, you gotta watch it type shit. It's for Mo3. So like, did you grow up on the side of town with Mo3? Like, what was your connection to where you knew you had to cast Mo3 in 2015 from what the story I heard?
You know what? Mo3 had bumped into me. Rainwater brought him by the house. Shout out to Rain. Rain had brought Mo3 by the house, and we talked about the whole movie thing and all that. And he said he would do it. So around about 2019, I called back up with him, and he was a lot bigger of an artist. And I ain't think he was gonna do it. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, I ain't think he was gonna do it. But he honored his word, and he did it.
Yeah.
And man, I'm very grateful for it. I think that he did his thing, and we was able to kind of extend his legacy.
Man, you know for real, because on film, it's living forever, man. And it's like he didn't overact. It was just like the perfect part for him to me. It was like he didn't have too much, too big, or too little of a role. It was like just right to me.
Man, Mo3 was on his shit, and he steady kept us laughing.
Yeah.
He steady kept us laughing. but he took it very seriously, man. I'm grateful for that, because a lot of people get into this and they just want to be a star. They don't really understand the work ethic that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? And he took it very seriously. He was always on time for rehearsals and table reads, and on set when it was time for call times and all that. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, and so if you knew way back then you was gonna cast them, like, did it take you? Were you starting to write the film like way back then, or you just knew you was gonna write a movie, or that? Because I guess you had just already did the Triple D movie. Did you just know, okay, my next movie I gotta have Mo3 in? Is that how it worked, or? Because you didn't drop your next movie till what, 7 years later?
Right, that's correct. That's correct.
So were you working on it, for that long of a time, or how did that work in between time? You know what I'm saying?
No, I lost inspiration for a little bit, because, man, I'm not gonna lie, I just always want to do things big budget and all that, and then something.
You too?
Man, listen. And I was like, man, let me get my ass up, and I just had an epiphany one day. I said, man, let me get my ass up and do this movie.
Yeah.
Well, the conversation I had with Mo3 was in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why when I caught up with him, I didn't think he was gonna do it, because so much time had passed by. He went on and did it, and the Triple D movie, it's like to be continued anyway.
Exactly.
With DeRoe, I don't know if you remember that scene with DeRoe.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, I had to get part 2, and I had an audience and some fans that was waiting on part 2. So
yeah,
it's kind of like I had to give him part 2.
Perfect artist too. And man, DeAndre Bonds, man, I'm saying his name right?
DeAndre Bonds, yeah, shout out to him.
How did y'all get him?
Man, hey, it's funny you asked that. So we was done with the movie before we had ever shot that scene.
That's crazy.
And I got the right call. My guy was in LA. He was like, hey, do y'all still want DeAndre Bonds? And knowing that we done with the movie, I was like, yeah. So what I did is I rounded my team up, and we went out to LA to shoot that last scene.
Man.
And they was telling me, they was like, hey, E, don't fuck the movie up. It's already good. It ended good. We trying to do some extra shit.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up. And it couldn't have come together better, man.
Man,
Shout out to DeAndre.
Yeah, I'm anticipating. That made me anticipate, like, okay, yeah, now I got to see the next one. That made me anticipate the next one for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Who are some directors you looked up to, man? Give me your top directors if you got some.
Quentin Tarantino.
That's
the style. You know what I mean? The style.
Yeah.
John Singleton.
Okay.
Just because he does his best to try to keep the culture alive.
Yeah.
It's a few directors that I really fuck with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with that note, since you brought up John Singleton, you got to give me the hood classics. Give me the top hood classics, man. What top hood classic movies we going with?
The first thing that come to mind is Baby Boy.
Man.
And Baby Boy was dope because...
Yeah, we don't gotta go John Singleton. Just give me any, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. But since we talking about John Singleton, like Baby Boy, I like the whole West Coast culture that he kept in there. I thought that was dope. One of my favorite movies right now is Django. So we was talking about Quentin.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Django.
Yeah.
That was one.
You consider that a hood classic though?
Hood classic.
Yeah, just give me hood. Just give me hood classics. Hood classics.
Okay, so the Boosie movie, not.
Wow, man, that's a good one.
What was the
first one?
Was it My Struggle? Was that what the first one was?
Remember,
but the one he did with Webby, the Boosie movie he did with Webby.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just know like the Boosie movie. That probably was like the website.
Yeah. I like Baller Blocking.
Man, ooh, you taking it back. Okay, I like that.
Baller Blocking.
Oh wow. Okay. It's some real deal.
I like Choices by 3 6 Mafia.
Oh, you going all the way hood classics.
Yeah. I like Dirty Third.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
shout
yeah,
out
yeah.
to the H.
Oh, yeah, you going all the way with it. Yeah, you going underground. Niggas ain't even seen these.
And
You
then,
gotta
of
do your
course,
research.
and then, of course, like the Minister Society.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that you gotta be on that.
for sure.
And what even got you to want to do this in the first place, man? Like, cause it's a tough task to even want to do, man. Like a tough responsibility. I was in the club, seeing the love you was getting. To get a love as a director, to get love like a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like, what make you want to even get in that lane? You know what I'm saying? It takes such a big responsibility to write a script and, you know, try to direct the whole movie for the city.
You know what? I always had like a crazy imagination.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in first grade, we had to write a story. Now, mind you, it's a lot of kids that don't even know how to read and write properly in the first grade.
Man,
we had to write a whole story every single day.
That's dope.
And they never gave us a topic. So what happened was, I used to write my story, and while everybody was reading their story, I still be writing my story.
Damn.
And my teacher would go and get all the teachers to be in the room by the time it was time for me to read my story every day.
Damn. So it was that good.
Yeah, like, well, see, what it was like in first grade, you know, the kids used to be like, you know, they get up and read their story, and their story start off like, I love my mommy, my mommy loved me, we went to the store, and then my black ass get up, and my story be like, it was a cold summer in Antarctica.
Oh, man.
And there was a thunderstorm.
In first grade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My shit be so intriguing. And the teachers used to just line up to hear my stories. But I always had like a vivid imagination. And I want people to see the world from my viewpoint.
Yeah. That's dope, bro. Just to people to follow through on their visions, man. I always think that's inspiring, and you never know who watching that you can inspire. You know what I'm saying? Just following your dreams and doing something, you know what I'm saying? Just out of the norm, and then it becoming so big. I feel like Tubi movies have a bad reputation. Like, you got your movie on Tubi. Why do you think Tubi, do you always hear that? Like, Tubi having a bad reputation? Cause they let a lot of people just put stuff on there. But Triple D Revenge is not a bad movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
The quality is not bad.
Absolutely, yeah. I hear what people talk about when they talk about Tubi and the quality and all that. And I think Tubi is just one of them platforms that gives filmmakers an opportunity where a lot of platforms don't. But a lot of people don't remember that Netflix was that same way.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when Netflix was that same way. They didn't have a whole lot of content, and people was, you know, they was kind of shitting on Netflix. Yeah. And then it became the monster platform that it is. So I don't really trip on that. We were supposed to do a theatric debut where it was supposed to be in theaters all over the country. Yeah. But it was taking so long, and people was really wanting the movie, and I just said, fuck it, man. Let's throw it on Tubi, let's throw it on Amazon, and let's get these fans what they want, because they have been waiting for it for a while. So,
that's big. That's real big.
And I'm glad I made that choice. Because if we would have waited, then I think that the momentum wouldn't have been the same. Yeah,
that's dope. And I see I was at the old strip club. Was it ALD King of Don? What was it called? What was that strip club called that y'all was in? Was it ALD when it was here? Or KLD?
Yeah, ALD.
Yeah, ALD, that's what I thought, man. Yeah, that was some good times, man. Yeah, they didn't have to do Yasmin like that, man. I ain't mean to spoil the movie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it, man, but they ain't have to do it like that, man. But it's such a good movie, man. Like,
thank you, man.
It's so much action. Do you think it reflects any of Dallas for real? Like, do you think it's that much grimy shit going on in these streets out here like that? Yeah, Dallas.
That and Mo. I'm not gonna even lie. A lot of it was based on, real live events and real live encounters that I had in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, for shit show. And I wanted to make sure that it depicted just that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then part of, you know, unfortunately with, you know, do you feel like with the movie you kind of had to pick sides with Mo3 being in it? It was probably certain shit you couldn't do or certain shit you couldn't put in it based on Mo3 being in it, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you know what? I ain't gonna even lie. I was so tunnel vision that the only thing I was about was filmmaking.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to see something bigger than just the city, something bigger than just Texas, something bigger. I mean, like, you know, me, myself, I want to be the biggest, you know, filmmaker and director ever to come, you know, ever to hit the industry. And so that's what I was focused on, you know what I mean? We both know that it'd be a lot of noise and a lot of, you know, shit, beefs and all that.
Yeah.
But I never did get into that. Cause, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm too old.
Yeah.
But I remember when all these niggas was little niggas, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I'd be crazy to feed into that.
Yeah, I mean? That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
And that's what I was always wondering. Like, it's hard not to, you know, the city got so divided at a point to where I just love the fact that, you know, the skyline and landmarks. I mean, right away I was so happy watching it because it brings a sense of pride to Dallas, and it was a point that Dallas was so united, something I ain't really never seen before, that you could just grab a hold of, you know what I'm saying? It just made me so proud. That's something I kind of try to do every once in a while. You know, if you watch my podcast, I try to drive through certain parts of Dallas, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, paying homage to Dallas. So it made me so proud to see, you know what I'm saying, the landmarks of y'all posting up at certain spots, and you know what I'm saying, it just really brought like a warm feeling to me, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate, and that's what I was going for. I wanted it for the people that's from Dallas. I wanted it to be a stocking stuffer to where, like, you know, it felt like home. And then also introduce, you know, the culture of Dallas and the feeling of Dallas to the rest of the world. Because, you know, it's still a lot of people that don't really know us.
Yeah. And what do you think, like, Dallas is missing to be like that major market like other cities? Because, you know, Dallas we got platinum plaques from rappers, we got big rappers, we got, you know, Mr. E, we got, you know, beautiful strip club with beautiful women, which I think Dallas got, in my opinion, I done been everywhere, I think Dallas is up there with women, you know. We got top athletes, Errol Spence, you know, a lot of people in the NFL and NBA. We got, I mean, what do you want to name? We got everything, like.
Yeah, you know, it's just a matter, it's like anything else, it's a matter of being discovered, man. It was a time that Miami wasn't popping until it was popping. Yeah. Atlanta wasn't popping until it was popping, you know what I mean? It's just about infrastructure and exposure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just having such a strong business infrastructure and just getting the exposure that we need, and that's kind of like, you know, that's kind of where I'm at and what I want to contribute to.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Start with Triple D Revenge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, again, long live 3. But you know, the world got a hold of. You know, they got a load of 3. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it was in the midst of his demise.
Yeah.
But you know, that was a worldwide thing, and it's just like, as long as we got a worldwide lens and people start getting a load of us, then it'll grow, it'll get bigger.
Yeah. And so you know, as far as a part of that, man, when is part 2 coming out, man?
So actually, Triple D Revenge is part 2 because it's part 2 to the Triple D movie. You know what I mean?
But it felt like at the end of that, you know, it was is it a part 3?
Yeah, it would be. Like
okay, so that was the part 2.
It would be like a trilogy.
Okay, so it's a part 3. So that was part 2. So when is part 3 coming out, I should say?
Yeah, coming soon. coming soon.
Okay.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not in a position to put a date on it right now, but it's definitely in the works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to make sure that it's right and that you know, it could be even greater and even better than Triple D Revenge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you left us with a cliffhanger, so yeah,
For sure.
I'm definitely ready to, you know, see what that's about.
For sure.
And I see you with, you know, someone that look kind of familiar on all your pics on your IG. It's a familiar face. It seemed like it, you know, no offense, seemed like you could be in a relationship with this person. I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It looked like a familiar face. I'm not really sure.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I like to keep my private life private, but you know, exclusive shit, not usual shit. I don't mind giving you the scoop, man.
Okay.
Me that vibe. I don't mind giving you the scoop, but yeah, shout out to Cherry Johnson. She's a legendary actress. Been doing it for a while. Yeah, man. She inspires me a lot.
That's what's up. So with her acting, so she you know, she got some type of, like you say, inspiration. So she know a little bit about the game that could kind of help what you do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. She's very wise, man. Been doing it since she was young. You know, Funky Brucey, Family Matters, a lot of other joints.
Funky Rooster, man, that's taking it back, man.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, I be feeling bad because I didn't watch Funky Rooster really till this year.
For real.
And I was like, man, I hope she don't. Yeah, but yeah, she is definitely somebody that I draw wisdom from, and I'm very, very thankful for.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, man. So yeah, Simon got out and he had a threesome. That don't really happen often like that. I don't think. His girl was a police officer. Man, I feel like I'm giving a movie away too much, but if y'all ain't seen it by now, y'all bullshit. So Simon came home and had a threesome, and his girlfriend was a police officer. The landlord was a bad bitch. Man, this nigga was so lucky. I ain't gonna cap with you, like, just from a perspective. Okay, before I say what I think, how critical were you of your own movie? How do you feel like now that you put out, you know, I didn't see Triple D movie, Triple D Revenge. How critical of you, like, after you seen it, like, okay, damn, I could have did this better, that better, or did you feel like, yo, of course you'll be proud of your work no matter what, but you know how we are as creators, like, how did you feel that you could have done better, or how did you feel about it as a project overall with you looking at it, and like, are you just overcritical of yourself, or how do you look at it with it being done and being out?
You know what? The thing about it is that the cast delivered such a good performance that I did put a lot of pressure on myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I have to justify with the edits. I have to justify with everything that we do in post as far as preparing it to be one piece. But I was satisfied with it in the very end. You know, I was satisfied with it. Am I critical? I'm so critical.
Yeah.
And it really don't have anything to do with nobody else. Like, everybody else did their thing, but it just kind of put more pressure on me to really make sure that the edit was good, that to make sure that the sound was good, the color was good, and just the final product was good quality. And obviously, it's some things that if I had a chance to do all over again, I would do better. I'm growing, and you know, there's mistakes in there, and I was like, man, I wish I had had a different approach to this or a different approach to that. But overall, you know, a wise filmmaker once said, hey, the only thing about a movie is at some point you got to stop and put it out. Which means that, you know, we constantly grow and we get better, but we got to put the shit out. And I think that overall, I can't complain. I think it came together pretty good.
That's what's up, man. And yeah, as far as the sex scenes without really showing the titties like that. Like the first angle, the first sex scene I seen, they really wasn't, you know what I'm saying, showing it much. I was like, how the hell is it so intense? And the angles are still like, that was great cinematography to me, because it was still showing a lot without showing a lot.
Man, you know what? I actually
great.
I actually appreciate that, because some people say, shit, you know, I showed too much, or I did show a lot. So
yeah.
I mean, I did my best to try and make it tasteful.
It was a good balance.
Yeah, I did my best to try to make it tasteful. You know what I mean?
I thought that was difficult to do.
Yeah. Again, just had a really good team, and at the end of the day, you want love scenes and sex scenes to be somewhat of a tease and enticing without giving everything away. And I always want to embellish my actors and actresses and make sure that it's art, you know what I'm saying, and less about it being super duper rushed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, the bottom line is, you know, I did my best to make it tasteful.
Yeah, that's what's up. And then all of the, I know you say you had a lot of auditions and you handpicked some, but that guy was so damn evil. I'm sorry, I can't think of the main villain name. Big Lou. Why I forget his name? That nigga is evil than a motherfucker, man. Like, where'd you get that guy from, Big Lou? What'd you say, Brandon?
Brandon Crystal. Shout out to him.
That nigga's an evil motherfucker, man.
We actually went to school together.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and then he kind of like chose his path and did, you know, went to acting school.
Oh, that's what's up.
All that, and you know, he really brought that character alive. I can't really complain, man.
Now you met Rain and Mo3 a while back. Did Rain, you know, stay kind of, was he coming to rehearsals and stuff like that? Was he like any hands-on with the film in Mo3, or did he just kind of let Mo3 do his thing and, you know what I'm saying, kind of take the back seat with the movie?
Yeah.
Cause I seen him have a cameo in there at North. Looked like y'all was at North Park.
Yeah. Rain was a big part of it. He was a big part of making sure that 3 got there, and he was a big part of you know, just getting everything together as far as like a couple other cameos and, you know, the promotion and all that. Rain was a big part of it, man. Shout out to my guy.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, he definitely, I call him Don King, cause that nigga can definitely promote some shit, man.
Yeah, he gonna connect the dots.
Yeah. And I love it, man. It's something so great for the city. Something definitely that should be appreciated, man. Something monumental. Something I'm not really sure that could be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? That I'm just tapped into you. I'm not really sure. Is it any other directors, anybody doing something similar in the city?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the whole filmmaking community in the city. Yeah, it's a lot of dope directors that's really doing their thing. I don't want to start naming and forget nobody, but it's a lot of. I want to say a couple months ago, I went to like 8 red carpet premieres.
Oh, that's dope. I mean? That's dope.
Yeah.
So I need to tap in and.
Nah, for sure. I think. See, when you was asking about Dallas, that's one thing we need to do. Like, just even on the filmmaking community, we need a magnifying glass. It's so much more than just Triple D Revenge. It's so much more than just Mr. E. It's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And man, I want all the filmmakers to get their shine.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. That's another part of what I'm saying, that market. But I think it's coming. It's bubbling. It's sizzling. And I think 2024 is the year where it's finna explode, man.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely about to bust loose with juice. We got some major shit coming. You know what I mean?
Now, was there any shout outs, anything you had to get off your chest, man, before we got out of here?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the city of Dallas. Shout out to the cast and crew, Triple D Revenge. I can't say enough that if it wasn't for them, the movie wouldn't be what it was. Man, I had my DP, I had an excellent team. Jamal, you know what I'm saying? Just, man, shout out to the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love black filmmaking.
Yeah.
And Lord said the same. I'm gonna be amongst the best, man. Most of all, shout out to goddamn me, you know, the podcast, you know what I'm saying? The driver's seat podcast.
Man, appreciate that, man.
So
That's my first shout out.
Hey, listen. I had my nigga all at DGs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the mix.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on back through, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Shout out to DGs and the Big Show.
Shout out to the DGs, man. Big show.
Boss man, I'm still working. I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Definitely some love. Definitely some motion in DGs
Kane,
on Thursday night, man.
What's up, Kane? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, Mike, Thriller, Big E, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, I know me, man. And
yeah, Tone, super producer Tone.
And before we get out of here, man, it's 2 years later and you still pushing the movie. Like, what do you got to say about that? Like, what's the point of just really branding and stamping that movie 2 years later? Like, what's the premise or thought behind that of just still pushing it, pumping it like it's damn near brand new?
You know what? I feel like it's a classic. I think it's a classic piece of work. You know what I mean? Especially for what it represents. You know what I'm saying? It was a time where music was a certain way. You know, our swag was a certain way. The feeling in the city was a certain way. And just the feeling in urban entertainment, period. You know what I mean? I think that Triple D Revenge is always a good watch. Yeah. So, yeah, it's on Tubi, just so y'all know. It's on Tubi for free. It's also on Amazon. It's going to be on some more platforms, man. Triple D Revenge. Long live Mo3. You know what I'm saying? Triple D Revenge, y'all tap into that for real. So me and my daughter can get us something to eat.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you fucking with me, man. You ain't have to do this.
How can I not?
Alright, but we out of here, man. Mr. E, director in the city, living legend. Make sure you tap in, man.
100.